Nigeria is a vast country. Yaradua is determined to change the way it moves.
You need an efficient transport system to move people and goods, to support a modern economy. The mass movement of goods and people can only be based on railways and waterways. Road transportation by trucks and motor vehicles is totally inefficient to support the rigors of our modern economy.
Land ownership, the basis of economic growth.
Land reform is just amending our land laws specifically to change the structure of land ownership in Nigeria so that people in both the urban and rural areas can be able to bring their land as assets to play a part in the market. By not reforming the land laws, specifically the Land Use Act, you are taking away trillions of dollars of assets from the market.
Security as a necessary infrastructure.
It is a constitutional responsibility to provide security for people and investments and goods and property. I'll look at it as part of the necessary infrastructure to develop a modern economy.
And nowhere is security more an issue than the Niger Delta.
Well, it's important for Nigeria simply because almost 90% of our foreign exchange earnings come from oil and gas. They say Niger Delta is the heart and lungs of Nigeria. And, it's important for national development. From oil and gas, we are going to lay down the structure, the institutions and the infrastructure is going to enable us to compete in the 21st century.
The problems of the Niger Delta are huge, but I've often said it's a metaphor for looking at the complex issues of Nigeria, because whatever you take in the Niger Delta, be it poverty, be it unemployment, and so on and so forth, you'll find these scenarios replicated right across the country.
So I think we've started on the right road at last. We have a chance to really begin to implement some of the policies that will pull us back from the brink.
The 7-point plan is comprehensive and groundbreaking. But for Yaradua, one issue overshadows all others.
That one issue is the eradication of poverty. Then you have achieved the eradication to a large extent, ignorance, disease, human misery. Citizens will enjoy prosperity, knowledge, wisdom, human happiness, and they will be able to realize their God-given potentials. You will have begun to recreate the Nigerian middle class.
The more you move in the direction of taking ordinary people and their welfare very seriously, the more you move in the direction that God himself wants you to move.
Yaradua maintains that the way out of the cycle of poverty is through education, the final pillar of his 7-point plan, human capacity development.
There isn't much that can be achieved without the necessary human capacity. You must have the knowledge and the skills. Without education, you can't do that. The federal government will intervene to give massive grants in education at all levels so that we are able to raise standards, so that the aim is that if you have a graduate of civil engineering from any Nigerian university, he can fit in any company anywhere in the world.
Yaradua's plan will ensure that Nigeria moves into the future quickly and efficiently.
I believe that the thing to expect from him is beyond reform. I would call it economic transformation.
He's a committed person.
He's a very prudent man, and he's not a spendthrift.
And critical in this attitude is humility. And obviously, of course, that listening ear is also paramount in this attitude. And I see those virtues in him.
Humble, thoughtful, analytical, determined, a thriving, energetic leader.
He plays squash for 1.5 hours every day, and he does so vigorously. And this is somebody who spends 15 to 18 hours in office.
He and his running mate, Goodluck Jonathan, governor of Bayelsa State, comprise a unique team for Nigeria, a new generation of leaders.
The ticket we have at the moment from the PDP end is a peaceful one. And where there's peace, there'll be prosperity. If there's less friction, then time will be used to make progress.
I believe there is a great need, for transformation in this country, to transform Nigeria from an underdeveloped nation to an industrialized economy.
Nigeria is a land of potential, rich in history, natural resources, and people.
Nigeria is a powerhouse in West Africa, in fact, and indeed the whole of Africa. Our population figures indicate that 1 in 5 Africans are from Nigeria. There are only 10 countries in the world with a population of over 80 million. Nigeria is one of them.
Opportunity is now.
I am passionate about this. I'm highly committed to it, and I recognize it as a great opportunity. And I know such opportunities arise rarely in a generation.
He will use the opportunity that he has had to make Nigeria a great nation.
Vote Umaru Musa Yar'Adua. That is the promised destiny for Nigeria.
With people like him, there is hope and there is chance that we can get things proper and correct in this country.
And I am convinced about it, and I believe he is the man for now, for Nigeria.
Nigerians are looking for hope and a vision to continue to lift them into prominence in the 21st century.
For Nigeria of today, the sun is still rising. As President of Nigeria, it is my hope to lead this country to a better future. And I believe that tomorrow will be better than today.
Umaru Musa Yar'Adua, a legacy of service, a vision for the future.